YouTube. What's good with it? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Me, I'm feeling good, taking it one day at a time. You feel me? Staying aware, staying educated, and executing. Because the only way we're going to grow is we take action. Because we learn from our actions, right? Y'all know that. Um, it's pretty late right now. You feel me? And that's fine because it's very quiet. I can focus, concentrate, and read to y'all. I think it's like, hold on, I'm gonna look. The reason I'm up this late because I woke up at like 9 p.m. And when you take naps, that's how I got up dumb early yesterday. I got up at like 9 o'clock. I usually don't do that because that's early. I got up at 9. I got a lot of work done. When you get a lot of work done during the day, it's like damn. It's not like what do I do now? Because you can put in extra work. But when you really complete your task for the day, you got free time. But it's about what you do in your free time that really dictates where you want to go, in my opinion. But as of right now, it's two, three, four, five. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's it's late. It's not late because it's a new day now. Shit, why not get started now? You feel me? I just took a shower, so I'm feeling good. I'm just feeling good. I'm ready to learn. Y'all know how I am with this reading shit. Like I'm ready to learn and then just execute on it. You feel me? Um, as y'all know, if y'all been watching the lives, make sure y'all go tap into the other lives. You feel me? That's the only way y'all gonna know what this channel is about. You feel me? So I think it's very important that you stop what you're doing, turn that bell on. You feel me? Uh, subscribe, share. You feel me? Do what you gotta do to be informed on when I go live. That's my thing to you. Take the steps to do what you need to do. To do what you need to do. But hold up, real quick. My head itch. Hold up, real quick. My head itch. Bro. My head itch. Bro. My head itch. Alright. I was just making sure my sound worked. Alright. I was just making sure my sound worked. Alright. Alright, let's get into it. Let me put some lotion on my hands, because my hands be ashy. Let me put some lotion on my hands, because my hands be ashy. Let me put some lotion on my hands, because my hands be ashy. Let me put some lotion on my hands, because my hands be ashy. Let me put some lotion on my hands, because my hands be ashy. I'm just looking at myself. I'm just looking at myself. All right, let's get it. So, as y'all know, we've been reading The Magic of Thinking Big, right? We still reading it because it's a good book. You feel me? And I definitely want to go over the chapters, the pages that I read yesterday morning, because I think it's very important that we read this and that we understand, because this is what we do in our daily experience in this life. You feel me? We do this every day, and it's crazy because when I was reading this, I was laughing because it was describing what I do. Like it was like that. I'm like, damn. Like that's why I say books do something a female can't. A female can make you smile, but a book, come on now. We gonna get into it though, cause bro, I heard that if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. You know why they said that? Cause black people don't want to read. They don't like to read. They don't want to take the initiative step to understand something. We lazy. We don't want to do nothing. We always want something handed to us, and then when we see somebody that got something we want, desire, we get mad. We get envious. We want to shame them. Oh, that's not nothing. Oh man, bro, I can get that. Man, that like all that yipping and yapping. Like all you gotta do is learn. But the real ones. It's not even about the real ones. It's about the time that you put it into your work. You feel me? Like we gotta put the work in. Ain't nobody gonna do this shit for us. You feel me? Like it becomes nights like this where you have to do shit like this, even if you don't want to. You feel me? But I ain't gonna say too much today, cause we gonna get straight into it. If I wanna hear some words, you feel me? I'm not preaching, I'm teaching. There's a difference between preaching and teaching. You feel me? The ones that say I'm preaching, they they not competent. They don't know. The ones that know I'm teaching, they gonna listen with their ears. We got two ears and two eyes and one mouth. Use these. Stop using this. Cover your mouth sometimes. You don't always gotta talk. Just listen and observe. That's all you gotta do. We talk too much. You talk too much. I talk too much. Just be silent. It's a book that I got on that, and it taught me like silence is strength. Like silence is strength. We don't always gotta talk. We always got something to say. We always judging. We don't never shut up. We don't never shut up and learn. But we always just think we above the next person. You feel me? But like I said, I ain't gonna teach today. I'm gonna teach today, but I ain't gonna, you feel me, say too much, because we're gonna get into this. So right now, um, if you was on my live yesterday, you know, um, we was talking about how if you want to cure fear, use action to do it. But but listen to this. If you wanna increase your fear, don't do nothing. Just put it off. You feel me? Put off your work, postpone it, and say you're gonna do it tomorrow or next week. That's how you increase your fear. But if you want to cure your fear and strengthen your confidence, you gotta act. It say in the Bible, it say in James, it say don't just be hearers, be doers. We always hearing shit, but we don't do it. It sound good, but then when we don't act on that idea, it vanishes. It goes in our mental graveyard. Because we didn't act on it. Now it's gonna go to somebody else that's gonna act on it. Every day is an action day. You feel me? We always, in this book it say there's no such thing as the right condition. We always waiting for the perfect timing. We don't have that on clocks. I don't know who made that up and gave us the concept of a perfect time. There's no such thing as that. Perfect time is never. It's never gonna happen because we keep waiting. And in this book, it was talking about perfect conditions. Like for instance, you wanna be a YouTuber, but you waiting for the perfect conditions. And when I say perfect conditions, you waiting to get a camera, you waiting to get set up, you waiting to get this and this. Like you keep waiting for that, you not gonna do it because you waiting for the right time, the perfect condition. You feel me? Whereas you can just start on your phone and just go. As long as you start, because starting is the first thing to success. We gotta start. We don't never start. go around it instead of going across the starting line. Like we try to go around the starting phase, but like it's impossible because like you're not gonna be able to. You're not doing nothing but beating around the bush. You feel me? So we gotta take action. We gotta start now. We can't wait because we wait, we ain't gonna get shit done. Like today, I use this. How you know? Like this is the type of person I am now. Like this is the person I'm becoming. A person that act. I used to be a person that used to talk and not take my own advice, but then it was to the point where I was tired of that shit. Why am I giving somebody else advice when I'm not doing my own? Like that didn't sit right with my soul. So you feel me? I starting to act. You feel me? I got to the point in my life where I'm like, bro, I'm tired of doing this shit. Like you get tired of certain shit. You know when you're tired of certain shit. You know you get tired of certain people. You know you get tired of certain situations. You know when you're tired. You know. So I got to that point where I'm like, bro, like I'm not doing that no more. You feel me? So I took the initiative to to learn. I'm telling y'all, this learning shit really do a thing to you. I ain't gonna lie, like it really do. But shit, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and we're gonna get into it. Ain't nobody gonna do this shit for you. Whatever you trying to do in life, you the only one that's gonna be able to do it. And I know y'all hear that shit, but like, bro, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. This is just from like just taking action. Like all we gotta do is start. We always waiting for the perfect time, the right conditions. Like all we gotta do is start. Click that button, take that walk, um, start that business. You feel me? Learn that skill. All we gotta do is start. And then we off to the races. The rest is history. But if y'all be watching my live videos, which y'all should, y'all definitely should be watching my live videos. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like that's very important that y'all do. But I'm gonna show y'all this. And I make this in my sleep. I made this shit in my sleep. I promise you. I never knew I could make money in my sleep until I learned something. You see what I did? I learned something. I made this in my sleep. I made that in my sleep. Off of these. I'm gonna show you off of these. I made it off of these companies. But I lost money today. Well, I lost money yesterday. I lost 58. But oh my god, these companies right here. I made that in my sleep. You wanna know how I made that? Cause I took action. I got informed and then I took action. I didn't wait. None of that. My account used to be at $700. It's almost at 3K. I made it in my sleep. I promise you. I made it in my sleep. That's crazy. I never knew you could make money in your sleep until I opened the book up. Like this shit, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is for everything. Like forever. I ain't never until God show me something else. I'm doing this until I see a meal. I ain't gonna lie. If I can make 2,000, I can make 10,000. If I can make 2,000, I can make 10,000. If I can make 10,000, I can make 100,000. If I can make 100,000, I can make 500,000. If I can make 500,000, I can make 1.5. You feel me? It's gonna keep going on. But ain't nobody gonna do it but you. we're gonna get into this. All right, so all right, I'm gonna read this. So what I'm about to read is what I'm about to read. I'm gonna just read it first and then explain it. All right, so it's a it's perfectly natural to experience fear in one of many forms, but the usual methods of combating it simply don't work. So like the usual methods, however you think of usual methods when you want to, defeat fear. I've been with many salesmen who tried to cure fear, which creeps up on even the most experienced of them at times, by going around the block a few times or drinking extra coffee. So that's how some people cure fear, by just doing miscellaneous things. But these things don't get results. He's saying like drinking extra coffee or going around the block a few times before you go into the door, they don't get you results. They just, they just take time away. So he said the way to combat what kind of fear? Yes, any kind of fear. Yes, any kind of fear is action. So if you want to combat fear, you feel me? He's saying you got to take action. Let me scoop this up. So if you want to combat any type of fear, you got to take action. It say, listen to this. It say, dread making a certain phone call, make it, and dread disappears. Put it off, and it will get harder to. It say, put it off, and it will get harder and harder to make. Dread going to the doctor for a checkup, go, and your worries vanish. Chances are nothing serious is wrong with you, and if there is, you know where you stand. Put off that checkup, and you feed your fear until it may grow so strong that you actually are sick. Dread discussing a problem with your superior, discuss it, and discover how those worries are conquered. Build confidence, destroy fear through action. So he's basically saying, like, bro, just do it. Like, he just gave you scenarios on things that we do in our daily life. Like, dread, you dread going to the gym, go. Because if you wait, you're not gonna go. You keep waiting. You putting more time in waiting than going when you could have been in the car on I-70 West. You feel me? But then what we do is we contemplate so much on we contemplate on so much on the steps to get there that we we stay stuck in the steps of getting there, if that makes sense, instead of just getting there. Literally just walking outside and going in your car. I'm getting a massage, so if you see my back vibrate, this. So we on this one. It say start your mental in there. Start your mental engine mechanically. As an aspiring young writer who wasn't experiencing success made this confession. My trouble is whole days and weeks pass that I can't get a thing written. You see, he remarked, writing is creative. You got to be inspired. Your spirit must move you. Your spirit must move you. Listen to that. I'll make sure my hair look good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at myself in this. So it say your spirit must move you. Hold up. Where am I at? Oh yes. Your spirit must move you. True writing is creative. There's but here's how another creative man, also a writer, explained his secret for producing quantities of successful material. I use a mind force technique, he begun. I've got deadlines to meet, and I can't wait for my spirit to move me. I've got to move my spirit. Here's how my method works. I make myself sit down at my desk, and then I pick up a pencil and go through mechanical motions of writing. I put down anything. I doodle. I get my fingers and arms in motion, and sooner or later, without being without being conscious of it, my mind gets on the right track. Sometimes, of course, I get ideas out the blue when I'm not trying to write, he went on. But these are just bonuses. Most of the good ideas come from just getting to work. I'm reading on my live. Make sure you tap into all my lives and what's good. So if y'all was paying attention on my live, and what's good. If y'all was paying attention, so he's basically saying like, bruh, what we do as individuals, right? We like he said, we wait for our spirit to move us. You remember how I said like, I got to the point where I was, you know, telling people I was talking more than what I was doing. So like I would give people advice, but I didn't take my own advice. But then I got to the point where my spirit, you know, it was like I had to move my spirit. I had to take action. I had to cut people off. I had to change the way I thought. So he's basically saying like he had to move his spirit. Like he had to take action and writing, getting a pencil and pen and writing it down, even though if it didn't make sense. See, when we are confused, and because I look at it like this: when a person is confused, that means clarity is about to come, because it's a duality with everything, right? So like, if you're frustrated, I know that joy is going to come on the other side. If you confused, I know clarity is going to come on the other side. If you broke, I know, you know, um, wealth is gonna come on the other side because it's a duality of everything. It's just about taking action. So let's get into it. We're gonna keep going. So he's basically saying he wasn't waiting for him. He wasn't waiting for the spirit to move him. He moved his spirit. You feel me? Because you gotta act. See, we don't act. We wait and contemplate, but we don't act. Right? It say action must precede action. That's a law of nature. Nothing starts itself, not even the dozens of mechanical gadgets we use daily. Your home is heated automatically, but you must select, take action, the temperature you want. Your car shifts gears automatically only after you have set the right lever. The same principle applies to mind action. You get your mind in gear to make it produce for you. You feel me? Listen to what he's saying. Cause look, when we read, we read fast, but we not pausing to really understand, and we're not being competent enough to understand what they're saying. So if we don't understand something, go back and reread it until you understand. It's no rush. It's no sprint. We're not sprinting. We trying to understand so we can better ourselves. Take your time. You feel me? Like there's no need to try to speed read. You feel me? So just take your time. So it's a young branch sales manager for a door-to-door sales organization explained how he trained his sales force the mechanical way to start each day earlier and more successfully. There's a tremendous resistance to the door-to-door salesman, as anyone who has ever sold house to house knows, he's commented, and it's hard even for the veteran salesman to make the first call in the morning. He knows the odds are pretty good that he'll get some pretty rough treatment before the day is over. So it's natural for him to put off. It's natural for him to put off. It's natural for him to put off. I'm repeating it. You listen to what he's saying. So it's natural for him to put it off. Why is he putting it off? Because he know the odds are pretty good that he'll get some pretty rough treatments. So it's natural for him to put it off, getting started in the morning. You see what he's doing? I'm gonna keep going. He'll drink a couple of extra coffee cups. Let me slow down. He'll drink a couple of extra cups of coffee, maybe cruise around the neighborhood a while, or do a dozen little things to postpone that first call. I train each new man this way. I explain to him the only way to start is to start. The only way to start is to start. The only way to start is to start. Like, listen to that. Don't deliberate. Don't postpone getting started. Do this. Just park your car, get your sample case, walk to the door, ring the doorbell, smile, say good morning, and make your presentation all mechanically without a lot of conscious thought. Start making calls this way and you break the ice. By the second or third call, your mind is sharp and your presentations become effective. A, a humorist once said the most difficult problem is life. A humorist once said the most difficult problem in life was getting out of a warm bed in a cold house. That's so true. That's true. It's so hard to get out of a warm bed in a cold house. I promise you. I struggle with that. But then I read this book and I got up early. I promise you. I took action instantly because I found a way how to do it. And this book taught me. So you see what he's saying? Like, the dude, he already knew how the day was going to go. But what he did was postpone it because he already knew. So he drank extra cups of coffee and cruised around the neighborhood just to postpone that first call because he didn't want to do it. So that's what we do in life. We do this every day. We do this. We do this. We got a task, right? We be like, oh, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing this today. So that means when you postpone something, you basically saying today I can be ignorant, I can be ruthless, I can be I can be all types of things that don't align with my vision, right? You could be all types of things because you postponing was more important, right? And that's what we do. We postpone things because we don't feel like doing it. We got the habit of not doing things. Remember, I told y'all if y'all been watching my lives, there's two type of habits. There's a habit of not doing something, and there's a habit of doing something. So there's two types. Two types. Which habit are you doing? So we're gonna continue to get to it. And I already read this. I'm just going over it with y'all. The longer you lie there and think how unpleasant it will be to get up, the more difficult it becomes. We're talking about getting out of bed in the morning. Because it's saying, a humorist once said the most difficult problem in life was getting out of a warm bed into a cold room. And he had a point. The longer you lie there and think, the longer you lie there and think how unpleasant it will be to get up, the more difficult it becomes. Even in such a simple operation as this, mechanical action, just throwing off the covers and putting your feet on the floor defeats the dread. The point is clear. People who get things done in this world don't wait for the spirit to move them. They move the spirit. Listen, all y'all gotta do is use these. These work more than this. Number one, it's they're giving us two exercises. So, number one, use the mechanical way to accomplish simple but sometimes unpleasant business and household chores. Rather than think about the unpleasant features of the task, jump right in and get going without a lot of deliberation. And if y'all don't know what deliberation means, it means contemplate, just dwell on it. You feel me? I didn't know what that meant, but now I do. This is what I do as well. When I don't know a word, I go on Google and I write it on the back of my book so I know what words mean now. But it's all about mindset. That's all it is. We just gotta change the way we think. We put ourselves in depressive states because of what we think. We do this to ourselves. We do this to ourselves. So it's really up to us to, how we dictate. and live this life that we so called are here for it, right? So we're gonna keep going. So it's saying, rather than think about the unpleasant features of the task, jump right in and get going without a lot of deliberation. Perhaps the most unpleasant household task to most women is washing dishes. My mother is no expectation, but she has mastered a mechanical approach to dispensing with this task quickly so she can return to things she likes doing. As she leaves the table, she always mechanically picks up several dishes and, without thinking about the task ahead, just gets started. Listen to what he's saying. In just a few minutes, she is through. Doesn't this beat stacking dishes and dreading the unpleasant inevitable? Do this today. Pick the one thing you like to do the least. Pick one thing you like to do the least. Then, without letting yourself deliberate on or dread the task, do it. That's the most efficient way to handle chores. Hold up. Y'all niggas getting a little tired. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where my other pen at. But I'm gonna underline this real quick. It say, I'm gonna read this again for y'all. It say, pick one thing you like to do least, then without letting yourself contemplate on or dread the task, do it. That's the most efficient way to handle chores. Next, use the mechanical way to create ideas. Map out plans, solve problems, and do other work that requires top mental performance rather than wait for the spirit to move you. Sit down and move your spirit. Here's a special technique guaranteed to help you. See, these books, bro, that's one thing that they do. They give you tools to use instantly in your life. Like they give you this so you can help. Books are nothing but wisdom because they live what we are going to live through. But I feel that when obstacles approach me, I'm gonna know how to handle them instead of just breaking down and letting the obstacle defeat me. But that's not gonna happen because I'm building myself up. So when an obstacle come, I'm going to be bigger than the obstacle. The obstacle isn't going to be bigger than me because I built myself up to a point to where I'm bigger than that obstacle, right? So you got to do the dirty work first. Don't kill the fruit because it already grew. You got to kill the root. You feel me? The root is inside of you. Don't kill that. Don't kill something that's already, expressed itself out in the world. If you want to change something within yourself, you gotta go in and then figure out what it is that's stopping you from doing what you want to do, right? So when you write a thought on paper, your full attention is automatically focused on that thought. That's because the mind is not designed to think one thought and write another at the same time. And when you write on paper, you write on your mind too. I underline that. Tests prove conclusively that you remember something much longer and much more exact if you write the thought on paper. And once you master the pencil and paper technique for concentration, you can think in noisy or other distracting situations. When you want to think, start writing or doodling or diagramming. It's an excellent way to move your spirit. See, a lot of people, when I speak to people, you know, I see, I'm very observant, so I see how they speak to themselves. They say a lot of things that disempower themselves without them knowing. You feel me? They use a lot of words like I can't, or it's impossible, or, how can I do this? Those type of questions, right? And I just start to think like there's plenty of ways to change your way of thinking. It's just about will you do it. It's not about can you do it, it's about will you do it. Cause I can pick this book up, but will I do it? There's a difference. There's a difference. I can pick this drink up, I can pick this up, I can, but will I? It can still sit here, but I can pick it up. But will I pick it up? It's about the willingness. If you look up the definition of willingness, I'm about to look it up for y'all since we're already here. Hold up. Oh, it's only 5. Wait, I thought it was 5 already. It's 5 o'clock. So oh yeah, we good. We good. There's a difference. See, it says
willingness.
Willingness. See, I can go to the store, but will I go to the store? Do y'all see where I'm trying to go? There's a difference. It's not about it's not about can I do it or can I not do it. It's about will you do it or will you not do it. Willingness, the quality or state of being prepared to do something. Desire, will. The true, let me see. The quality of being happy to do something if it is needed. But y'all get the concept. Like I just gave y'all analogies, right? It's about will you do it. You can think of a good idea, but will you act on that idea, right? So now is the magic word of success. I'm gonna say that again. Now is the magic word of success. I'm gonna underline that. Now is the magic word of success. Now is the magic word of success. Tomorrow, next week, later, sometime, someday, often as not are synonymous for the word failure. So it's the same as failure. Lots of good dreams never come true because we say, I'll start someday. I know a lot of people say that. A lot. And y'all can agree. Lots of dreams, lots of good dreams never come true. We all have something very special in us, but we don't know what that is because we don't do it, right? And that's why he said lots of good dreams never come true. Everybody on this live, everybody that's on my subscribers list, all got good dreams to be something, but we don't do it because we don't think we can. So this the thing too, like if you can think you can't do something, why don't you switch and say I can do it instead of I can't do it? You feel me? That's like faith and fear are both unseen things, right? We can't see it, but we choose to pick the worst one. But we have options. That's the thing. People we have options, right? Faith and fear is both unseen things. Fear is just inverted faith. But we choose to pick fear over faith. They're both unseen things. Why? If faith and fear is unseen, why would you choose fear over faith? Why are you putting your trust and belief more in the bad than the good, right? So that's like, if you saying you can't do something, why don't you say you can do something? Why, like, we so much more into the I can't or or the fear side instead of the side where we have another option to think. We got options, y'all. We definitely do. But it's about how you think. People don't want to change their way of thinking because they may look dumb. It's not cool to be ignorant. Like, people, people, people be saying I changed, but I just changed. I'm still the same person. I just changed the way I think. There's a difference. People just think it's cool to be ignorant and not read. They think it's lame to read books and not do nothing, just to scroll and just to laugh. Like, laughing is good. That's a part of the human thing. But like, it's there's some days where you gotta sit your ass down and shut up and learn some shit, bruh. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, ain't nobody gonna do this shit for us. I ain't gonna lie. We gonna do it or we not, and then we gonna be in our fucking, not me, but like, people gonna be in their retirement home thing saying, "Damn, I wish I did this, man." Like, I'm not about to do that. Like, I'm gonna be in my 70s looking back like, damn, I'm so glad I tried this. I went through this. I was down. I was broke. This and that. I'm gonna be glad because it's a part of this experience that we in. You feel me? But I just like tell people like, bruh, faith and fear is both unseen. Why are you putting your trust and belief in fear? Why not go with faith? You can't see both of them. Shit. Why not choose the good one? That's like saying shit. That's like saying, I can't even use that. I don't even want to do that one. But y'all get the whole point. Y'all get the whole point. You feel me? Lots of good dreams never come true because we say, I'll start someday. When we should say, I'll start now, right now. You feel me? Like, lots of good dreams never come true because we say, I'll start someday. When we should say, I'll start now. Take one example, saving money. Just about everybody agrees that saving money is a good idea, but just because it's a good idea doesn't mean many folks follow an organized saving and investment program. Listen, I'm gonna read that again. Saving money, just about everybody agrees, just about everybody agrees that saving money is a good idea, but just because it's a good idea doesn't mean many folks follow an organized saving and investing program. Many people have intentions to save, but only relatively few act on these intentions. Here's how one young couple got into gear with a regular wealth accumulation program. Bill's take home income was 1,000 a month, but his wife, all right, this is a good story. Listen to this. This is a good story right here. I read this earlier. Look, so I could really just read it. Never mind. Let me stop. All right, so Bill's take home income was 1,000 a month, right? But him and his wife Janet spent 1,000 a month already. But both of them wanted to stay. But there was always a reason why they felt they couldn't, right? Listen to what I just said. But there was always a reason why they. I'm gonna reread that. But there was always a reason they felt they couldn't begin. There was a reason they felt that, right? For the years they had promised themselves, we'll start when we get a raise, when we've caught up with our installments, when we're over the hump, next month, next year. So what it sound like? They postponing it, right? Because they trying to wait for the right condition. There's no such thing as the right condition. You feel me? So they postponing that shit. Like they trying to put it off. You feel me? So finally, Jenny got disgusted with their failure to save. She said, Bill, look, do we want to save or don't we? He replied, of course we do, but you know as well as I can't put aside anything. But for once, Janet was in the do it or die mode. We've been telling ourselves for years. We've been telling ourselves for years. We've been telling ourselves for years we were going to start saving. We don't save because we don't think we can. Now let's start thinking we can, right? Listen to what they just said. My fucking head aches. I gotta wash my hair. You see what she said though? She said we don't save because we think we can't. Let's start thinking we can. That's what I'm saying. Like people believe, people think they can't do stuff. But if you want to do something, start thinking you can. Don't think you can't. Start thinking you can. Right? We gotta change the way we think. This mind will take you to anywhere. It'll take you anywhere you want to go. Name a place and it's gonna take you. So I'm gonna read that again because that's very important, bro. Like real shit. This is important because this right here can just change anything right now. Right? It say, but for once, Janet was in a do or die mode. We've been telling ourselves for years we're going to start a saving program. We don't save because we think we can't, right? She said we don't save because we think we can't. She said let's start thinking we can. You see how she just switched our mindset? She said, bro, like Bill, I'm done doing this. Like we don't save because we think we can't, Bill. Like Bill, let's start thinking we can. So look, I saw on an ad that shows if we save just 100 a month, in 15 years we'll have 18,000 plus 6,600 on interest. The ad also said, listen to this. The ad also said it's easier to spend what's left over after savings than it is to save what's left over after spending. If you're game, let's start with 10% of your pay and let's save off the top. We may eat crackers and milk before the month's up, but if we have to, we will. Bill and Janet were cramped for a few months, but soon they were adjusted to their new budget. Now they feel it's just a much to now they feel it's just as much fun to spend money on savings as it is to spend it on something else. Want to write a note? Do it now. Got an idea you think will help your business? Present it now. Live the advice of Benjamin Franklin. Don't put it off until tomorrow what you can do today. Benjamin Franklin said that. He said don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Right? Don't put nothing off tomorrow for what you can do today. Because what we do is put things off thinking we can't do it today, right? But Benjamin Franklin basically saying if you could do it today, do it today. Don't put it off tomorrow. Don't put shit off tomorrow you can do today. What's stopping you from doing it today? Right? So think when you doing something, it say remember thinking in terms of now, right? Um, that's it for me tonight. You feel me? I was gonna do some more, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm getting a little tired. I appreciate y'all for staying on this live. You feel me? I'm gonna definitely be back on here in the morning when the sun come up. So it's like 5 in the morning now. So I'm gonna be back up at like I'm not gonna promise a number because then I'm not gonna do it. In this book I learned it say don't promise something you don't have. So I'm not gonna promise y'all that. I'm gonna just get on here when I get up in the morning and that's it. Cause I don't want y'all to. Oh, he said he was gonna be back on here, but I'm saying this now like I'm gonna get on here when I get up, right? And, but yeah, I hope y'all took something away from that what I just read. You feel me? Change your way of thinking. If you think you can't do something, start thinking you can do something. Why not switch the way you think? You know, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. Faith and fear is two unseen things. Why are you believing in something that you can't see that's not benefiting you? I
It
would rather
says,
I would rather you think faith because it's gonna benefit you. Faith and action, bro. You might see the pyramids for real. You feel me? So I'm saying like, bruh, just change your way of thinking. That's all you gotta do. You create your own circumstances. You feel me? You do this. Ain't nobody doing this but you. You feel me? So just change the way you think. That's all you gotta do, bruh. If you think you can't start your YouTube channel, start thinking you can start your YouTube channel. Why think you can't do something? Why are you doing this to yourself? It's no reason. You don't have a reason why you do this. You just doing it. You're not benefiting from it. So why don't you just start thinking in terms of I can do this instead of in terms I can't do this. You feel me? You don't benefit if you gonna do something, at least benefit off of it. You feel me? Don't think in terms of you can't do something. You're not benefiting off that. If fear and faith is unseen things, why are you believing in something that's not gonna benefit you? You can't see faith and fear, but you believing in fear. You feel me? It don't make sense. Like there's no point in we need to stop doing this to ourselves. We 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 creating our own hell on earth. You feel me? But there's no point to do this shit. Like if you don't fix your mind, it's gonna fix you. And when I say fix you, it's gonna take you down the wrong path. You just gotta change your way of thinking. That's all you gotta do. And when you do that, you off to the races. You gonna build so much wealth and prosperity and abundance in your life. You gonna be like, man. But make sure y'all stay tapped into my lives. Go make sure y'all go tap into the other ones. I do this shit every day. You feel me? Even when the days I don't do it, I'm still doing it. Just not on live. You feel me? But just make sure y'all tapped in. Feel me? My intention, I'm gonna keep saying it just to help y'all. You feel me? Be aware, like we got everything in this world, but we just need to be aware of it. We don't have the awareness of what we got. You feel me? That's the only thing we need is awareness and understanding. You feel me? They say that, if everybody knew how to make gold, gold wouldn't be valuable. That's why they make shit so complicated because they don't want everybody knowing this shit. But nigga, all you gotta do is just be competent of what the fuck you reading. That's all you gotta do is stop rushing shit. Like, is the shit that you want is all materialistic anyways. It's gonna be there. You feel me? Louis Vuitton is not closing down. You feel? I'm just throwing shit out there. Like this shit is still gonna be there. We over here getting to a race, and when we get there, we're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck? This is it? And then you're gonna want more. Like, it's no point. Just slow down. These rappers and shit that people idolize, they want to live a regular life, but we want their life. Cause they got the money, power, fame, pussy. You feel me? Like it's just little shit that just throw us off our script. You feel me? Like it's the little shit. Just make sure you run your own marathon, bro. Don't sprint. Slow down. Just breathe. There's no need to rush this shit. I ain't gonna lie, it's all here. As long as you on Earth in America, all the materialistic shit you want, I want, it's still gonna be here. You feel me? But like I said, just slow down. You ain't you ain't gotta compete with nobody. The fuck you competing for? It's bad enough they got us all divided and shit. They trying to kill us and all that other shit, bruh. Just slow down. That's all you gotta do is slow down and take a breath. Drink some water, hydrate or something. Shit. Do something, but don't run. It's this quote by Bob Marley. It say the day you start running is the day you win. The day you start sprinting is the day you win. You feel me? Because we always run into this status symbol, right? I'm not saying money is very important. We go to work to for what? Money. I'm not saying money is not important, but get your mind to the point where you can get money. Don't keep don't work harder on your job. Work harder on yourself. I learned that from Jim Rowan. You feel me? We work so hard on our jobs and make sure we not late and all this. But then we don't work hard on ourselves. We don't learn. We don't read. We don't do nothing. But we want to bring more money for their wealthy family and shit. But then we don't put ourselves first. That's the thing I learned about myself. I put other people before me. But it's time, you know, to put my needs before anything. You feel me? But I'm growing every day. I ain't rushing. I'm exactly where I need to be in life. Because if it wasn't for that shit, I'd be where I would be. You feel me? So shit, I say just slow down. I say the day you stop racing is the day you win. Ooh, don't let that quote go over your head, bruh. Let it go in your head, not over it. You feel me? The day you stop racing is the day you win. We think we in a race. We could slow down. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to just be still. I talk to y'all how I talk to myself. You feel me? I'm taking my own advice. I tell y'all some shit, but you feel me? It's for my benefit and y'all benefit. But the ones that got their 2 ears on alert, like you feel me, is the ones that's gonna benefit. I look like I got a damn lazy eye. I ain't gonna lie. Hell nah. Nigga got a lazy eye. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all, man. One of these days, bro, it's gonna change. My voice is gonna change, hundreds of thousands of people. You feel me? Because all I want to do is inspire and educate, bro. To let people know we all in the same predicament. We all in the same world. Why not help each other? You feel me? I don't look at nobody as no competition. I want to help as many people as I want to. Shit, I know reading boring, but shit, you gotta start somewhere. I started with 5 minutes a day. Then I went to 30 minutes a day. No, I went from 5 to 15 to 30 minutes to a chapter. Now I'm at 3 chapters a day, 2 books a month. You feel me? You know why? Because I started. I took action. I started, right? I wanted to better myself. See, people look at you and say you changed, but like, I changed for the better, right? I changed in the benefit of me, cause I know where I want to go in life. If you got a vision, you feel me? Your current circumstances does not matter because you know where you want to go. You feel me? Your vision, as long as you got a vision and see how you want to live your life, and what you see now in front of you it don't matter. It don't phase you because you know where you want to go. And we can get anywhere we want in life, bro. I swear. All we gotta do is do it. That's all we gotta do. And everything we're gonna be guided on to get what we want. Cause that'd be a damn fool if we came to this world not getting what we want. It'd be pointless to be here, right? So I just say slow down, bro, and just breathe and just do your dirty work. When I say dirty work, just work on yourself and build yourself up. Cause when an obstacle come, you're gonna be bigger than that motherfucker. And then, it's gonna teach you something. But if you don't work on yourself and the obstacle come, you're gonna be beat the fuck down. It's gonna be like somebody jumped your ass. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you to the point where you damn near wanna, you already know after that. So I say shit. I say work on yourself before you even work on anything. Them relationships, if it's gonna put too much stress on you. You don't need to put yourself through stress. We young. We still learning this life shit. It's our first time here. We trying to make everything perfect. Shit. I'll be damned. You feel me? But it's 5 in the morning, y'all. I'm about to get off here. Like I said, I'm gonna see y'all in the morning. Feel we got a new day tomorrow. Let me tell y'all this before I leave. Right? For the people that think today is gonna be the same thing as yesterday, I'm gonna tell you why you think today is gonna be the same thing as yesterday. Right? And I'm gonna leave with this. We think, right? That's how you know I'm serious because I'm getting close in the camera. But we think tomorrow, we think today is gonna be like yesterday because we have a mental image of everything that, or I'm gonna put it like this. So like, I'm gonna just say it like this. We think today is gonna be like yesterday, right? Because all the things that happened yesterday that we dislike, we think it's gonna happen today. So now we got this mental image of already thinking that today is gonna be like yesterday because of what's in our head and what we're thinking at the moment. So then what that do is make us miss all the opportunities that this new day bring. We get opportunities every day. They're in front of us. Opportunities on how to talk, speak, work, take action, get money. Like we got opportunities every day to get this shit. But what it is we miss them because we got this mental image of how we got this mental image of yesterday was the same thing. You feel me? Just like this, like we think our friends are the same people because we got this mental image of them of when we first met them or when we first interacted with them and you know the relationship we had with them. We think they're the same person and we think that because we got this mental image of them, which is like not good because we think they're the same person, so you missing what they really have grown into. You feel me? If that makes sense. I learned this in a book. We got this mental image of things and how we think they should be. And when this image that we have in our mind isn't aligning with what we have in our mind, we get mad at them because they don't, and that's fucked up, bro, because then you start to bash them because they don't know what you doing to them. You trying to manipulate them. And it's fucked up because then that's how you ruin a good relationship. So I'm saying, bro, get that mental image out your head because every day, bro, we get, like, I'm not preaching, I'm talking. There's a difference, right? Every day we get is an opportunity to grow and to thrive and to learn and to take action and to get money and get closer with God. You feel me? Every day is for this. You know, this new day that we about to get when the sun come up, you know, it's a day that somebody didn't get, right? And we neglect, you know, discount this new day. But I love every day because I get to learn, bruh. I swear to God, like, I love this shit. You feel me? I'd be sorry if I was gone tomorrow, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm here. You feel me? And I'm doing what I see in front of me. But I got a vision of where I wanna go. You feel me? So let that sit in y'all. Every day not the same. It just you got that mental image that it is. That's the only difference. But I'm off here.